It was Friday, addiction session day, and the air crackled with a peculiar mix of hope and despair. Philip, ever the composed professional, started the session with his usual calm demeanor, a stark contrast to the turmoil he felt simmering beneath the surface. He masked it well, projecting an aura of unwavering support. Julia slipped in 10 minutes late, her face pale and drawn. "Sorry I'm late," she mumbled, her voice barely audible. "It's all right, Julia. Take a seat," Philip said, his voice gentle. He allowed himself a brief, almost imperceptible look of concern before refocusing on the group. A chorus of mumbled greetings followed as she settled into the empty seat. She remained silent, her presence a tight, coiled spring adding to the already tense atmosphere. Philip turned his attention to Pedro, a 52-year-old with a haunted look in his eyes and the ghost of cocaine clinging to his every word. "Pedro, how have you been since last Friday?" Pedro shifted in his seat, rubbing his palms together nervously. Good document, good. Haven't touched anything." His voice was raspy, strained. Next, Philip looked to Rashida, a 65-year-old with a lifetime of regrets etched onto her face. Her ankles twitched rhythmically beneath her long floral skirt. "Rashida, dry," she declared, her voice surprisingly firm despite the tremor in her hands. "Haven't drank a drop." But her lie loomed ominously overhead, thicker than the scent of disinfectant. Philip nodded, offering a small, encouraging smile to both of them. He knew the truth. He saw the telltale signs of withdrawal and smelled the alcohol on her. The fidgeting, the barely concealed desperation. He knew the agonizing battle they were fighting, each moment a victory against the unabated craving. Meanwhile, Julia stared at the scuffed linoleum flooring, her hands clenched tightly into fists within the pockets of her worn coat. The room faded away as her mind replayed snippets of the band rehearsal, the vibrant energy of the music a sharp contrast to the suffocating weight of the present. Her teeth worried at her lower lip, a silent plea for Philip to just get through this, to not say anything that might. She didn't even want to finish the thought. Philip continued, guiding the conversation with practiced ease, encouraging participation, offering words of encouragement. He caught himself glancing at Julia more than once, his brow furrowing slightly. He wanted to reach out to offer her comfort, but he knew he couldn't. "Not here, not now." Pedro, mid-sentence, stumbled over his words, his gaze flickering towards Julia. There was a flicker of something in his eyes. Recognition. Pity. Before he cleared his throat and continued, his voice regaining its shaky but determined rhythm. After what felt like an eternity, Philip announced, "All right, everyone, we're going to wrap up a little early today. Thank you all for your participation." A special shout-out to Pedro and Rashida for sharing, and to everyone who contributed their thoughts. Remember, one day at a time. Julia's head snapped up. She met Philip's gaze, a fleeting, charged connection that was quickly broken as she looked back down at the floor. Relief washed over her, momentarily easing the stress coiling within her. Almost imperceptibly, she began gathering her things, pulling a crumpled pack of cigarettes and a lighter from her pocket. As the others began to disperse, Philip started stacking the chairs, a mundane task that grounded him in the reality of his profession. He was so lost in thought when Julia re-entered the room. "Doctor," she said, her voice low and urgent. "Can we talk then?" She used the formal address, a code to maintain appearances, to shield their secret from prying ears. Philip nodded, his heart quickening its pace. "Of course." They slipped out into the hallway, the stale air a welcome change from the stifling atmosphere of the meeting room. After a quick glance to ensure they were alone, Philip locked the door behind them. Some quiet buzz followed them as they ventured out of the hospital. "I skipped the gig tonight," said Julia. "Can we go to your place now?" A shy request left her lips. "Whatever you like, Julia," said the doctor kindly and understandingly. Once outside, they paused, scanning their surroundings. The Friday evening bustle of New York City offered a deceptive anonymity. Cars honked, Sirens wailed in the distance, and people hurried past, lost in their own worlds. Satisfied that they weren't being observed, they started walking, heading toward Philip's apartment, leaving behind the clean and ordered environment of the hospital and stepping further into the tangled web of their forbidden relationship. The big apartment held a certain peace and quiet, but both were strained. "I need to tell you, it will be a long time until I'm there again. At the pub, Julia started." "I know that," Philip answered. He already sensed that the ban did not bring out the best in her. It brought her to another world. I almost broke." Julia looked down at the floor. "But you didn't." Philip looked at her with kind eyes. He knew she was stronger than she thought. The air sizzled with unsaid words, the weight of their shared secret pressing down on them. The city outside roared on, oblivious to the quiet drama unfolding within the confines of the stylish apartment, a drama that could break them both.